Yabba dabba doo. How you doing, people? Okay, what's happening? We have reached March. Okay, and at the moment we're chatting about me and Michaeli and the studio sessions that we got involved with, just the pair of us after the kites had come to a finish, a stop, an end. Yeah, so last month I showed you 6 tracks, one of which was a co-written track called 1666 that me and Michaeli completely done together. And then to get the old album moving, and do you know what I mean, like not force ourselves to write songs, you know what I mean, I just got 5 of the tracks out of the bag that I had in different levels of readiness. Yeah, some of them were tracks that I was playing already, some of them were tracks that I was hiding from people. Yeah, but basically pulled them out and put them in front of Michaeli and basically said to him, come on, what are we going to do with these then? And the recordings that you hear last month are all from an album that we was both going to put together. We was actually going to start a band, do you know what I mean? We was going to start this band called Fly Pelican Fly, and this album, The Chameleon Bag, was going to be our entry. We was going to record the 14 tracks, and then once we had the 14 tracks down and both of us could play them well on I suppose I would have been playing bits of rhythm guitar and doing vocals, and Michaeli would have been moved from the bass guitar to the lead guitar because yeah, he was pretty good at all that. But yeah, we'll talk more about that next episode. But for this episode, I have took 6 more tracks off of the Chameleon Bag, and these are all co-written. Me and Michaeli done these together, you know what I mean? It's like sitting in front of the old Mac, and yeah, I was just used to say to him, yeah, play some chords, man, get a little melody and I'll give you a vocal melody over the top of it, you know what I mean? So he would just muck around for a minute, find some chords, say, do you like that? I'd say yes, and I'd say play it, and then I'd sit there with my iPhone and the old notes, writing lyrics and singing in my head and singing to myself and that. But it'd be one of them ones where I just kept saying to him, yeah, keep going, I need more of it, I need to hear more of that. Yeah, that's it, it's in my head, gotcha. And then basically then we would record it straight away, basically, and just like we was meeting up sort of once a week, but we was sort of meeting up for 7-8 hour sessions. So at the end of each session we'd usually have a new track recorded. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we used to have a right laugh just sitting here joking about YouTube things, chatting. He's telling me about Italy, I was telling him about London and England. Yeah, all good, man. So yeah, so so the Chameleon Bag is made up of 14 tracks. Last episode you heard 6 of them, 1 being a co-written job, the other 5 were just my songs that I had. So then I went through the album, the other tracks left on the album, and then basically picked out 6 that was co-written, me and him, so 7 in total. And then the other couple of tracks I've got, I'll show you next month. I think they might be more of my tracks. And then just to make it up to 6 next month, I'm going to add in some of the other tracks that was just on the wayside and not being used, just sitting there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, some pretty good tracks as well. I mean, we already had the 14 for this album, and so we couldn't squeeze any more on it because it would have become a double album. You know what I mean? 11 songs is pretty good, but people release deluxe versions of their albums and give you 14 songs, so we just thought, yeah, 14 tracks, let's do it. So these songs that I've dug out for you, the first track is called Be My Queen. It's a co-written song, but I obviously wrote all the lyrics and the vocal melodies and that, but this track would be for my wife Angie. Okay, so let's play this and see what you think. She makes me feel like a king. Ever since she put on the ring, threw a stone into a pond, watched the ripples coming home. Put a stone on your hands, let them know all around that you're mine and this won't change. Forever you wear my name. I'm gonna love you so bad, probably drive you mad. She makes me feel like a king. Ever since she put on the ring, if I'm king, be my queen, wear the ring, let it gleam, let it shine on night for you. I've got your life in my script, I promise not to damage it. What I want and what I need, there's no expense 'cause love is free. She makes me feel like a king. Ever since she put on the Yes, and that was Be My Queen. Suppose, yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the next track, which is called Don't Close the Lights. This is all about my eyes, you know what I mean? Praying to the above, that the light don't ever get completely shut off. If it does, I have to go around sniffing people. Yeah, so yeah, as I say, this next tune's called Don't Close the Light. It's all infused by my eyes and like me losing sight and all that. And in the first verse, it actually mentions what a professor that works at Moorfields Eye Hospital, Professor Webster. Yeah. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah. Just wish he could fix me. Okay, so yeah, so let me play this Don't Close the Light and see what you think about this, baby. Nice one. Yes, and that was Don't Close the Light. Yeah. Okay, let's move on again. Next track is called Open Your Eyes. And again, these songs must have come out of me at a time when really, really was feeling the loss of sight. But yeah, but saying that, you take it for how you want it. You know what I mean? It's not about me. When you're listening to my music, it's not about me. It's about you. So you take it how you want to take it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, it's pretty obvious that it's got references to my eyes or someone's eyes. But yeah, all right, have a listen. Nice one.
Let me take you sightseeing. Take a touch of the life that I'm living. I promise you I'm behaving. A darker street with a bright idea. What you'll need and where you'll be okay if you come with me. Open up your eyes, yeah, to the skies. Open up your mind if the view is blind. Can you find the help from the chandelier? Have a look inside and have no fear. What you'll need and where you'll be okay if you come with me. Open up your eyes, yeah, to the skies. Open up your mind if the view is blind. You've walked past me in the street, and you know that I can't see. But what you don't seem to understand is that the favor is in my hand. What you'll need and where you'll be okay if you come with me. Open up your eyes, yeah, to the skies. Open up your mind if the view is blind. Your eyes.
Yes, and that is, sorry, Open Your Eyes. Yeah, another eye reference song, but we won't dwell on it. Okay, so all right, so the next tune I'm going to play you is a song called Moonshine, and yeah, I really like it, tell you the truth. I really like it. I think it's a top track, and to make it a bit different, we thought it might be nice to have a lady sing on it with me. So we used Michaeli's girlfriend, Juliana, and she came to the studio at my house, and we laid down her vocal. I gave her the lyrics and that, and showed her what the vocal melody was, and yeah, I really like this song. Yeah, I think it's a top tune, Moonshine. Okay, so yeah, let's play it. Nice one.
Accesa, durante il giorno e la notte.
Mostrami i soldi
Rame e
sotto
soldi
il chiaro di luna.
sotto il chiaro di luna. È mezzanotte e 40. Mi devi ancora molto. Abbandonato da tutti.
Potrebbe
non essere mai abbastanza. These city lights, they got me through the night. They keep my light inside the moonshine, moonshine. Let me bathe in your moonshine. The power's out, the city's burning bright. Moonshine, let me bathe in your moonshine. The power's out, the city's burning bright. Moonshine, 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 moonshine,
Yes, and that was Moonshine. Yeah, I really do like that tune, and you even get to hear me speaking Italian in it. Have that. I couldn't tell you what I was saying. Michaeli and Juliana, I wrote this bridge for the song, and then like we was just thinking, rather than just I don't know, something new to do, you know what I mean? Like get a bit of Italian speaking in there, and I was like, all right, sweet. So I've got the words in English, the bridge that I wrote in my notes in my phone. But yeah, they translated it into Italian. Well, I hope they translated what I wrote. You never know what they might have made me say. But no, it can't be that bad because Juliana's saying it with me. So yeah, it's got to be all right. It's got to be what I wrote. Yeah, that's a top song. I even enjoyed recording it, like the three of us. Like that was good, man. Yes. Okay, so what is next? And this is a tune called "You Make Me Feel." Nice one. Yes, and that was a tune called "You Make Me Feel." Yeah, lovely. Okay, so next up, I have got a chap tale for you. This chap tale is about a time when me and Angie went to the O2 Arena to see U2 play. Yeah, well, listen to the story. Nice one.
Chap tales. Don't you wanna hear some chap tales?
Hello and chap, tell me up, baby. How you doing, peeps? Okay, we've got another story for you today. This is a story about the band U2. Let's go. Okay, so I'm registered blind, and I have been for a while. And obviously the charity Guide Dogs close to my heart, but they're also a great charity. It's not just about the dogs. They've got a service called My Guide, where basically they send someone out to you or whatever, and this person meets you like once a week or whatever and helps you go somewhere or whatever. So they teamed me up with a girl called Rachel, who was a lovely girl, and yeah, lovely. And basically, she, for her job, she used to design stages and stuff for the famous. And basically, she knew that I was like right into U2. So one time she said to me like, "Oh, do you and your Mrs. Angie want a couple of tickets to go and see U2 at the O2 Arena?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, how much?" She's like, no, I'll give them to you. I was like, "All right, nice one, that is amazing." So went to the O2 and that, went in, and then realised that not only is she like giving us tickets to see U2, which is amazing, we get to be like backstage, and we get to stand like this section that we was watching the band from, like it's just all like all sort of famous people or whatever, I don't know. But it was funny actually, because when we got in there and we got to our it was actually standing, but it was like this bit near the stage, the side of the stage, like, and we got there like, and we got a drink and that. We're standing by the thing waiting like for the place to fill up and that, and looked over, and Noel Gallagher and his wife Sarah, and I think they might have had one of their sons with them, I'm not sure, or Noel's daughter maybe, I don't know, but yeah, they was at the other end of this thing standing. I never went and tried to say hello to him or whatever, you know what I mean, like that's all he needs is a blind man trying to say hello and bumping into him. And so I just sort of like savoured the standing close to him, if you like. But anyway, when we got there, got down, like Rachel had said, get down a bit earlier, and I can like sort you out your tickets and that, and just like sort you out. That's all we knew anyway. So we got down early, and when we got in there, Rachel's come over, said hello to us and that, and basically said, "Oh, we've organised for you to have this like backstage tour as well for you and Angie." And like there was a few other people on this tour, I don't know, about 8 people in total. So we went on the tour, like, and it was amazing. We got to just go in. There was no one in the venue basically, so we was walking around like where the crowd stand and looking around, and it's the empty O2 is just amazing. And then we went backstage and we was like all that, and then we got to meet the Edge's guitar tech, some American fella called Dallas Shoes. He's a lovely geezer, I mean it, he's a top fella. And he sort of took us, like, we're under the stage, like, and obviously when the Edge is playing guitar, he's doing it remotely, like, and so obviously he ain't got time to be hitting these guitar pedals and things like that. And I ain't joking, this Dallas Shoes had these guitar pedals laid out, and it was just like, I can't even tell you how many pedals were on the floor, like, and he was basically telling us that he controlled all of that for the Edge while he's playing. And then there's like this long corridor that goes down, and it's basically underneath the stage, and all of the Edge's guitars that he was using for that gig, I don't know, there was like maybe 12, 13 guitars, and they're only playing sort of 16 songs or whatever. And at the end of this corridor, there was like this little lift with a guitar stand on it. And then basically he had to run down, put the guitar on the stand, and then boom, it went up onto the stage. And then the Edge would swap guitars and put it back on the stand. He'd bring it down, he'd take it. If the Edge was reusing that guitar, he'd retune it, get it all ready for him. Just like unbelievable. What can I say? The fella was a geezer. It was like, he to me, that is definitely, like, he's definitely a member of U2. He's like the 5th member. And so after we were chatting to him for a little while, he gave me a plectrum, like with I can't remember what was on it, U2 and all that, like some special plectrum that the Edge uses or whatever. But it was like nice for him to do that. And then we went out onto the stage. And basically I'm standing there and I was thinking about all the venues that I've played in, and then looking at the O2, and I was thinking, I just want this so much. I want it so much. And their stage was amazing. It went out all down the middle of the O2 and then back up, like, so you had clumps of people standing either side of it and sitting either side of it, and there was this big screen that went down the middle of the stage that obviously Rachel's company had designed. It's just unbelievable. And like, we're on the stage and that, and it was funny because I sat at the drum kit while Angie took a couple of pics of me, and then I don't know, you can't help it, can you? You're sitting at a drum kit, so I got the old fingers out and I'll give the old snare drum a couple of taps, and the drum tech come running over. He's like, don't touch the drums. I was like, oh, sorry, mate. And he's like, that's all right, just don't touch them. I was like, sweet. So that was just unbelievable. And then we like went back to where we was going to stand and watch the gig, and then got some drinks in and that. And then the O2 filled up, and then we watched this, like, they put a right show on U2, you know what I mean? It ain't just like a gig like Oasis are sort of like just stand on a stage, you know what I mean? Well, there's something about Oasis that they can do that, you know what I mean? They just give off this radiance, if you like. But not that U2 don't give off a radiance, but I think that they just like to put on this show, and it's like this big screen was showing like Dublin, and Bono was like walking on some travelator along the side of the screen, and it looked like he's walking down the pavement in Dublin. Oh, it's unbelievable. Great band. So I mean, just sat there watching that, and then when it's finished and that, we met up with Rachel and her boss and someone else, and then like as we're leaving the O2, I'm thinking like the amount of times I've been there seeing bands, and I know about that bloody queue to the tube station and all that. And then, like, it weren't like anyone couldn't do this, but I suppose people just don't think. But the old bus on the Thames, we like shot down a little another way, and like only a few people have thought of using this like water bus. But we jumped on that, and it took us down to like, I don't know where, to cross the river from the London Eye, like near Embankment, Charing Cross, sort of. And so we got on the boat with them, and we're having beers on the boat and that. It's just like a great night. And then we went from there to the tube station, and obviously split up from Rachel and her boss and that, and me and Angie went home. But I'm so grateful to Rachel for that. That was unbelievable for you to do that for me and Angie. You know what I mean? We're proper grateful to you for that, Rachel. It's funny because she's from like Peckham, South London, and she was like working in King's Cross, living up this way, and then she had to move home to Peckham, like, and it was a bit far to come and take me on days out or take, like, just come to the gym with me. She actually used to come swimming with me, and like, you know, like you think you can swim, and then you get in a pool with someone that's like, she swum the channel and all that, like, but you get in a pool with someone who properly can swim, and they're like, you're not doing it right. I'm like, okay, show me. But unbelievable. That was a night to remember. If there's ever a night to remember, that was a night to remember. And a big, massive thank you to Rachel for that, from me and from Angie. Amazing. All right, so that's the end of this chapter. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you soon. Mwah.
CHAP CAST.
Okay, nice one. I've got one more track for you before we're going to end this episode. It's another Michaeli Chapman song called Surrender. Yeah, another great tune. It's quite a good album, actually. You should buy it. So this is where we are so far. In the next episode is when I'm going to wrap this all up, like the whole Chapman Michaeli studio sessions. It sadly does come to an end, but loads of little bits and pieces to tell you about next month. Okay, so enjoy Surrender, and I will see you on the other side. Mwah.